Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Walaikum Assalam, sir.
So this is session 32 now. Let's continue again. Eman Kausar, is she present?
Yes, sir, present.
Start, please.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aman, and I'm here to facilitate you. My name is Aman from BS English 10th batch, 5th semester. I am here to facilitate you about Chaucer's humors and his close observation. First of all, I would like to tell about the who is Chaucer, the father of English literature, the father of the poetry. First, who write about poetry generally became well known. Actually, Chaucer considered great protagonist of 14th century. Actually, he belonged to the Middle Ages. He also called the representative poet. He is the most comprehensive soul, and he takes a full view of life of his time. Chaucer symbolizes as no other writers. Like Middle Ages, he stand in much the same relation to the life of his time as Pope does in the earlier phases to the 18th century, but his place in English literature, but Chaucer's place in English literature is even more important than their others. Chaucer is the bridge between the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. So now the life of Chaucer. He was born in 1343 at London, and death for 1400 between the age of 56 to 57. And resting place is Westminster Abbey. Why he buried in Westminster Abbey? He seems to have proposed for a large amount of royal favor. Came his way. He was buried in what came to be known as the Poets' Corner of Westminster Abbey. Spouse Philippa, children Elizabeth Chaucer and Thomas Chaucer, parents John Chaucer. Sir, next please. Sir, next slide. Now I am going to describe about Chaucer's work. Chaucer's written so many poems like the name of the Book of Duchess. The first major work of the English poet best known of the Book of Duchess for his Book of Duchess, considered for his masterpiece, also known as the Dream of Chaucer. The book begins with a man who cannot sleep because his heavy thoughts and fantasies and many other thoughts. He is suffering from the disease of insomnia. Now the other one is the House of Fame. Probably the House of Fame written between 1374 and 1385, making it one of his earlier works. It was most likely written after the Canterbury Tales and the Book of the Duchess. This was the longest poem, about 2000 lines, long lines in the books, and tasked from the dreams. Next one is Troilus and Cresside. It is an epic poem which are tells in the Middle English, the tragic story of lovers set against the backdrop of war. And the second last in The Legends of Good Women. This poem is form of dream vision during the 14th century. This poem is third longest of Chaucer's work after the Canterbury Tales. This form of heroic couplet would become a significant part of English literature. And the last one is the Parliament of Falls, also called the Parliament of Brides Falls. Now come to the Chaucer as a humorist. What is humor? Humor is a literary tool that makes audience laugh or that intend to induce amusement or laughter. Basically, the humor means the quality of action, writing, speech which create amusement. To form of humor is that which makes laugh only for the sake of pleasure. So next slide. Chaucer described the way of techniques in multiple humors, like multi-angle humors. Chaucer's humor is multi-angle. With the help of this humor, poet laugh at all. Chaucer describe more than multi-side. Means Chaucer humor is in multi-angle and wide range. With the help of this humor, the poet laugh at all the spares. None of he is never perspective but critical. Sometimes his attack is like the strike of a whip with a good human laugh and humorous ridiculous. Means this the multi-angle humor is a multi-sides. And the next one is paradoxical humor. Paradoxical humor means a shocking message. Chaucer used a paradox as a statement that appears of first to be contradictory, but upon reflection that makes sense. Paradoxical humor is one of the important features of Chaucer's humor. It offers us laughter and smile when the poet is radically the weakness, show the weakness. Sly humor. Sly Chaucer was deceiving people with his clever way in order to get what audience want. Means sly humor, the description of characters raises irresistible laughter. The physical characters of these are humorous. The presentation of their dresses are evoke good laughter, but sometimes Chaucer humor is characterized by sly humor. And the last one is pathos. Pathos is a collective inner solution, film or play that makes a people feel sadness and pity. This humor is Chaucer is full of pathos. It shows no trace of anger and it has no sign of cruelty. Means sometimes we say this is the tears of happiness. So this is the pathos. Now the question arises why he wrote Canterbury Tale, because Chaucer had so many works he want to complete in his age, but he want to write more than 100 poems, but Canterbury Tale is an incomplete work. The Canterbury Tales could be described both social realism and as estate satire. At the same time, that Chaucer take era the Chaucer takes air to honestly show the perspective of each of his characters. He also aimed to critique the hypocrisy of the church and the social problems posed by the medieval politics and social customs. So next slide.
Okay, so tell me about it. What is the most important thing that you like in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales? Prologue to the
Sir,
Canterbury Tales.
prologue to the Canterbury Tales, he described multi pilgrims. No
But
matter this is incomplete, but this is more interesting than because he described in the way of humor. Humor is the basically entertain the audience.
okay, thank you very much, Eman Kosar. So those who have given presentation can leave the session. Who is Dilshad Bazir? Done. Dilshad Bazir. Dilshad Bazir, are you ready? Very terrible thing that she is still not ready. Javeri Amit,
Yes, sir.
playing your one, please. You get ready.
Yes, sir.
Start.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Javeria Hamid from BS English 10th batch. My topic is about allegory. Allegory origin. So allegory means to say something through symbols. It is used in mostly in a story, poem, or picture, which help to reveal the abstract meaning or the abstract feelings which cannot be
Allegary,
seen normally. For
allegary,
example,
allegary meaning means to say another thing or to speak otherwise. What does it mean?
sir, it means we say another thing, but through symbols we mean other things.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. It is an extended figure of speech which represents the abstract idea or event through symbolic level. For example, the sentence we commonly heard that I got lost in his or her ocean eyes. Here, ocean is used as an allegory for the word deep. Another is about the bird dove. We all know the bird dove represent peace. Next, sir. What it is like. It is recognized as parable. Now, parable means short allegorical story through which people learn some truth, moral ethics, or some religious principles. For example, now there are many examples written below, in which one is Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. He has been part of many this story has been part of many children's lives. It is a simple fairy tale non-fiction, but it goes much deeper than that. The event in the story correlate with the steps in a child growth through childhood to adolescence. In this story, sir आगे चली जाओ.
Yes.
How does allegories work, sir? Allegories work through symbols, which mostly writers or poets use symbols to show deeper meaning of some things. जैसा कि सर मैंने ऊपर एक एग्जांपल दी थी, that ocean eyes, तो सर that means deeper eyes. So writers use symbols to develop a deeper meaning. Fable. So fable represent allegory. It is through animal characters. For instance, we all know the story of tortoise and hare. Here the hare makes fun of tortoise for being slow, but when the two race, the hare thinks he is fast so that he can afford to take a break. While the hare taking a break, the tortoise, who maintains a regular pace, wins. So the moral here is slow and steady wins the race. So next. Now, why we should use allegory? A story that contains allegory has a double meaning. Often, the literal meaning is designed to entertain the reader, while the underlining allegorical meaning has a profound meaning of social commentary that author wants to portray. Here, a word is satire. The word satire is used, which means satire is a technique employed by writer to expose and criticize foolishness or corruptions of an individual by society using humor. It intends to improve humanity by criticizing. Yes,
Okay. Okay, thank
sir.
you.
Sir, here a picture.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kuratul N. Baloch. Kuratul N. Baloch,
Yes, sir.
present?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'm playing your ones. Just wait.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir, can you take my presentation after Kuratul?
name?
Atika Iqbal.
Atika Iqbal. Just wait. Atika Iqbal. First, let me find out your presentation.
सर अतिका के बाद मेरी ले लीजिएगा ना, मैं आपको सुबह से बोल रही हूँ.
Name? Name?
मानूर इसाक.
Manur.
मानूर इसाक.
सर काइंडली मेरी भी प्रेजेंटेशन ले लें.
Your name?
मैरी शहजाद.
Mary Shizad. Okay, just wait. First, let me take the presentation of. No. किसकी बारी थी अभी?
Sir, mine. Kuratul.
Kuratul Ain. Start, please.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Kuratul Baloch, a master's student from the Department of English Literature from the 8th batch, section A, and that's my first semester. All I'm gonna speak or talk about is satire. And there are these some of the objectives or outline that is gonna be lighted up today. What is satire? Its origin, the father of satire, its characteristics, types, techniques, and the form of satire and the famous satirist and the example of. And lastly, I will summarize the entire topic. Uh, Criticism, taunt, mocking, poking, and making fun of are the part of our life. And perhaps many of you have faced one of the all or maybe all of them, because this is what the satire is. Satire is a form of comedy. Comedy, in brief, is criticism. It is criticism because it exposes human beings for what they are. Comedy appeals the laughter and it relieves from the pressure. It allows people to laugh at their own foible, and it's also a window to the reality. The reason of talking about comedy is because satire in particular, sir, let me complete the satire first, please.
इसको आप बताइए. Tell me
Okay,
about this one now.
origin. Origin. The term was coined by the classical rhetorician Quintilian, who used the root of the Latin word satura, that means full or well fed, and was familiar to many Romans from the phrase langue satura, which described the medley of fruits, means a dish that is full of many kinds of fruit, as the satire is. Next slide, please. The father of satire, Roman lyric poet, the satirist and critic, Horace, whose full name is Quintus Horatius Flaccus, was born in Italy, and he's well known for his odes and the writing materials. And he's recognized as the father of satire. Characteristics. Satire is a literary work that ridicules its subject through the use of techniques such as exaggeration, reversal, parody in order to make comment or criticism. Criticism. The satire contains either general criticism of humanity, human nature, or specific criticism of an individual or group. It works to bring social pressure on those who still engage in wrongdoing. It seeks a reform in public behavior. Satire is often implicit and assumes readers can pick up on its moral clues. Satire uses humor, it is witty, ironic, and often exaggerated. Next slide, please. Types of satire. In literary works, satire can be either direct or indirect. With direct satire, the narrator speaks directly to the reader. With indirect satire, the author intent is realized within the narrative and its story. There are two types of direct satire. One is Horatian satire, and the another one is Juvenian satire. Horatian satire was named for the Roman satirist Horace, who is the father of the satire, as I've just emphasized. To play fully criticizes some social vice through gentle, mild, and light-hearted humor. It directs with exaggeration, but as fully comic rather than being serious or evil. And Gulliver's Travel is one of the best example of Horatian satire. While Juvenian satire criticizes society in a harsh and sarcastic way. Form of the satires, just like drama, fictions, poetry, and political cartoons, and all these can be included in the form of satires. And anyone can, the writer can satire through the drama, journalism, fiction, and graphic arts. Graphic arts include editorial cartoons like political cartoons, and through television programs, music, and all. A lot of people satire. That's the way of satiring. Next slide.
Okay, what is political cartoon?
Sir, political cartoons means we all have been seeing that if one of the political
Voice not clear. Okay, thank you very much.
policies caricature parents.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
now the who wanted, किसने मुझे कहा था?
सर मैं अतिका इकबाल
अतीका इकबाल से पहले किसी ने कहा था?
नहीं चाहिए यस सर अतिका इकबाल
सर इनके बाद मेरी ले लीजिए सर,
हाँ
राज
थोड़ा,
मोहम्मद लाशारी।
हाँ जस्ट वेट, थोड़ा वेट करें।
I will go to job, sir. Please.
नेम,
सर अतिका के बाद मैंने
नाम
कहा
बताएं।
था मानुर इसहाक। मानुर
मानूर
इसहाक।
इसहाक। थोड़ा ढूंढना पड़ रहा है।
मानुर इसहाक।
जस्ट वेट, मानूर इसहाक।
सर एलेगोरी।
उमामा प्रेजेंट।
Sir, Abdul Qadir.
मानूर इसहाक और उसके अलावा कौन है? जी,
इकबाल
Abdul Qadir.
अतिका पहले थी।
prologue to the Canterbury Tales
अतीका एंड आप लोग अपना मुझे पर्सनल भेजें। आप लोग
ओके सर
Sir, Abdul Qadir.
सर मैंने आपको भेज दिया पर्सनल पे मेरी शहजाद।
मेरी, हाँ थोड़ा सा वेट करें आप। मेरी शहजाद। अच्छा, और इसके अलावा
Sir, please give me presentation because I will go to job.
नेम?
Zahir Ahmed, sir.
Zahir Ahmed. Send me personally. Send me to my
सर आई
personal.
सेंड यू
Okay. Right now I'm playing Atika Iqbal, your ones. Start.
थैंक यू सर स्टार्ट
Yes, start.
starting with the name of Almighty Allah, who is the most beneficial and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum to all. Today my topic, my name is Atika Iqbal from BS English, and today my topic is the prologue to the Canterbury Tales. So before I start that what is prologue, so I would like to give a little bit introduction about Geoffrey Chaucer, who was the writer of the Canterbury Tales. Geoffrey Chaucer was born in London in 1340. Geoffrey Chaucer was born in London in 1340. He was the father of English literature as well as the father of English poetry also, because he wrote the Canterbury Tales in English rather than he used French and Italian words. He is famous in his well-known poem, The Canterbury Tales, which is approx 24 story he was written in the Canterbury Tales. He was inspired by Giovanni Boccaccio, an Italian writer. Because Giovanni Boccaccio written the story The Decameron. He was written 10 French stories in the Decameron. So that's why he was inspired, and then he wrote the Canterbury Tales, which was 24 stories. The next slide. Right now, what is prologue? It's a short introductory section that gives background information, like what is happening right now in the background, or what is happening right now in the story or the poem or the speech. Right now, we talk about the poem of the Canterbury Talk. So we have a prologue about the pilgrims of the Canterbury Tales. Now, a writer used the in the poem the spring and month of March and April. So these all the prologues, and the writer used the close observation of the pilgrims' embroidered dresses and their appearance and all the things. Prologues in Canterbury Tales. Prologues basically written in 1387 to 1400, written by Geoffrey Chaucer. It was a time of 1340th century. It was a collection of 24 stories, maximum 17,000 lines. Basically, the total stories is 120, but due to his death, he just written 24 stories. Now, the third point is pilgrimage to Canterbury. So there was a pilgrimage. They all went to St. Thomas Bucket in the Canterbury, which was situated in Canterbury itself. So they all are going there. Chaucer gives three medieval literary works. The first one is Church. Church, he used church in their medieval work. Like first one is nun and monk. They both are work for the church, but they did corruption in the church. Second one is nobility. Nobility, like knight and squire, both are father and sons, and they did their loyalty and honestly work. So they written in their, so he written in their work. Peasantry, Miller, and doctor of medicine. Miller, what he do? He did like he snatch all the flour of their customer, and then he get extra money from it. And Dr. Mansa, he was fond of gold. He didn't look after their patient carefully. The next slide.
Okay. Tell me about human character.
Actually, Yeoman was the simple and pure person. He looked like Yeoman was a simple and he's also a good man, and he also a wood craft. He did wooden works, and he every time he spent a lot of time in their forest, and he used peacock feather arrows under hill. And Chaucer very impressed with him because he handled his all equipments very carefully.
What about Plowman?
Plowman was a parson's brother. Parsons was a Christian preacher, and he was a son, and he was a brother of Parson. And Plowman did work carried a dug in their cart loads, dunks in their cart loads, and then he also loved goats and his fellow men. He helped other, even he feels sad or feel happy. He was a poor man, but he gave tax at the time. So Chaucer was impressed a lot with him.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next, Zahir.
सर मेरी बारी है मानूर इसहाक.
इनको करने दे. इनका कहना है कि इनको कहीं जाना है ज़रूरी. ठीक है, उसके बाद आप कर लीजिएगा.
सर मेरी डेटा खत्म हो जाएगा.
क्या नाम है आपका? नाम? ये मिस्टर जहीर, ये स्टार्ट. आपका नाम क्या है? मानूर.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
वालेकुम. स्टार्ट प्लीज.
मानूर इसहाक.
Start please.
This is Zahir Ahmad from BS English.
Yes, start.
So my topic is Fairy Queen. First of all, yes sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. Carry on.
Fairy Queen is an English. First of all, the writer of Fairy Queen is Edmund Spenser, and the main theme or the main key points is allegorical work. It is, and it is a long epic poem. It divided into 6 books. In 1509, it was published. So that time it was republished in.
You have written the whole.
In 6.
My dear, is it presentation or you have written everything on the chart on your slide? ये तो मना किया था आप लोगों को.
Description, sir. May I?
ना थोड़ी लिखते हैं यार.
Describe.
You might describe, but you will read now.
I am not.
Because now you will read because
I
you have
didn't read. May I carry on, sir?
भैया आपसे कह रहा हूँ कि आपको जो प्रेजेंटेशन बनाने के लिए थी उसके लिए मैंने बाकायदा 2 वीडियो बना के दी थी और आप लोगों की क्लास ली थी जिसमें कहा था कि आपने पूरा भरना नहीं है अपने स्लाइड को. इस तरह थोड़ी मैंने कहा था. चलें, कैरी ऑन.
अच्छा सर.
Carry on.
Book first one told about Knight of Olympus. The king knight name is Redcross because his shield made to the cross. through the blood. His queen, the name of Gloria, who was fairy queen, gave task. He was fighting a dangerous dinosaur. Labrina was the greatest queen in the Frenia. Red Cross was traveled with the lady and the servant. The lady who traveled with him who was beautiful and young and innocent.
सारा आपने ऐसे ही लिखा हुआ। ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू भाई।
सर ओके सर।
लेकिन अगला चार्ट ऐसा स्लाइड प्रेजेंटेशन ऐसे मत बनाएगा, एक्सेप्ट नहीं करूंगा मैं टुमारो, राइट? पॉइंट्स लिखिए, आपने पूरा पूरा लिख दिया। ओके,
सर
यस
सर मेरी बारी है। मानूर साहब।
मानूर साहब
जी सर।
सर प्लीज मानूर के बाद आप मेरा ले लें।
आपका नाम बताए ना। मेरा मतलब
मलाइका मोहम्मद सलीम।
स्लाइड भी शेयर की है। यस, नाम
मलाइका मोहम्मद सलीम।
ओके,
मलाइका मोहम्मद सलीम।
मलाइका मोहम्मद सलीम, बस मुझे इसके बाद याद करवा दीजिए।
अब्दुल कदीर। सर कदीर और मलाइका की दे दिया, हमारे पास लाइट का इशू होता है, लाइट चली जाएगी फिर से।
जस्ट वेट। लाइट चली जाएगी तो आप लोगों को इशू क्यों होगा? आप लोग के मोबाइल फोन है, मोबाइल
सर डेटा आज मैंने तीसरी बार डेटा पैकेज करवाया है। अब सुबह से क्लासेस हो रही थी, मैंने सारी क्लासेस ली हैं तो एमबीज खत्म हो गई।
Yes, start Manu.
Before starting anything, I would like to pay my thanks to Almighty Allah. My name is Manu Risab from BS English. My presentation topic is allegory. An allegory is a story or a play in which characters and events represent, symbolize ideas and concepts. Simply, if I say it is a narrative description of subject, it means expressing one thing by means of another. It conveys one literal meaning and suggests another deeper and hidden meaning. An allegory is narrative in which fictional characters are used to express concept. It is created by symbolism. Author wants to deliver a broader message about real world. It begins from 14th century, first time in 1382. The word allegoria comes from Greek word. The word allegory comes from the Greek word allegoria, that means world language. Now it teaches us lesson. In allegory, characters personify abstract concept and story, attempt to teach us about the real issues. Now, when we look at any allegorical piece, we see that they are compared two things which are not at all similar to each other, but it had literal meaning that suggests hidden meaning. When we read, we find hidden meanings. There are now two types of allegory. One is fable and second is parable.
Okay, you have written the word definition wrong. The word definition spelling is wrong.
Yes, sir, but I sent 2 PPTs to Satar Bhai, but I think he sent you the second one.
Carry on.
Sir, should I continue? Yeah.
Yes.
Now we all have learned. We all have heard the story in our childhood that are fables. Usually has animals, like major animals. Major characters are animals. They indirectly represent human being and human conditions. Through animals, they criticize human behavior, like rabbit and tortoise. The tortoise shows perseverance and rabbit shows ignorance, like he becomes overconfident in his abilities. We know the story of slow and steady wins the race. There is another example of fable, that is the story of grasshopper and the ant. Ant is the one who works hard and she saves food for the winter, for the bad time. But on the other hand, grasshopper was chilling in summer. He said, "The future will take care about it, and I don't have to do struggle." So these fables, these two characters, allegory represent two sets of people. The first one is hardworking who works and saves something for their future. On the other hand, there are those who believe in luck and destiny. They do not work hard and they do not struggle for their. So this kind of allegory is a bitter truth about your life. Now there are some.
Excuse me, are you telling from the slide, or you're just reading from somewhere else?
No, sir. I prepare on my own.
So see the slide देख के बताए ना.
Yes, sir. Sir, I forget to tell about Christians and Jews, this parable story. Should I continue that?
Yeah, here, whatever slide you have, you should tell about that slide.
The second type of allegory is a parable. It is a story that gives deeper moral, spiritual meaning. It teaches about values and ethics. For example, there is a Bible story in which famous story that is Good Samaritan. It is a story about a man who was Jewish traveler and he was badly injured. And then there is a man come and he ignored them. But on the other hand, there is Samaritan come. It is a person who helps everyone. Like this, he makes a point here that a person who helps other is a true Christian. We should not ignore these kind of person. We should help everybody. By this, we teach a lesson that human beings should not. We must help others. We should not see their caste and religions. Now there are some examples of literature.
Okay, now tell me, what's your topic? Main topic?
Is
allegory. This is your topic.
Yes.
Tell me something very important from Spencer's Fairy Queen. Tell me something very important from Spencer's Fairy Queen.
Yeah, sir. There was a fairy queen. She represents Queen Elizabeth. Like the poet Spencer tries to praise that beauty, the beauty of Queen Elizabeth.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we are going to meet after 5 minutes. And Uzair and क्या नाम है? Uzair and?
Sir, Malaika.
Malaika and Uzair. Okay, after 5 minutes.
सर राज मोहम्मद भी है सर.
And सबका हो जाएगा भाई, सबका होगा. I'm sitting here.
सर सुबह से वेट कर रहे हैं सर.
क्या नाम है?
राज मोहम्मद.
राज मोहम्मद, ठीक है.
सर अब्दुल कदीर, मेरा फोन बंद हो जाएगा सर, लाइट भी नहीं है, फिर चार्ज नहीं होगा.
यार फोन तो चार्ज करके रखो ना, अल्लाह के बंदो.
सर सुबह से चल रहा है, अभी इसका भी कसूर नहीं है सर.
ये तो 24 घंटे चलना चाहिए ना यार.
नहीं सर, पुराना मोबाइल.
फोन की बैटरी तो आपको पता है अच्छी खासी होती है. लैपटॉप और कंप्यूटर वगैरह में मसले होते हैं. चलो ठीक है.
सर मैंने पर्सनली भी आपको सेंड कर दिया, मैंने पीपीटी.
राइट.
थैंक यू
सर मुझे बोला